Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. I did it. I went to career batting average list at Baseball Reference. It listed 1,000 guys, starting with Ty Cobb's 366, all the way down to the 270s. 1,000 guys. I've covered, I looked it up. On this list, I looked it up. I'm not covering guys who are presently playing their career batting average. So there's a lot of guys on the list. But I did cover all the Hall of Fame players and all the players who have finished their careers. It's 995 guys I've covered. It looks like I've got 4 more on the list, plus some other guys I added that were below 270. I covered guys in the 260s, 250s, even some guys in the 240s. And some of those guys are Hall of Famers. So I've covered about 995 guys. Roughly, give or take the exact number on my YouTube channel. This video, I'll cover 4 more guys. That means I'll be about 999, probably 1,000. It's roughly, if you round it off, maybe a little bit even more over 1,000, because there are guys in the 260s, 250s, and 240s I covered in the Hall of Fame. But on the career batting average list, there's a lot of guys that are still playing. So if you do all the numbers, it's about 1,000 guys I've covered. Let's finish it. Carl Everett, 271 career batting average. 1993, 2006, 14-year career, 1,304 hits. His highest hit total, 151. 325 batting average in 1999. Very good year. 25 homers, 108 RBIs. 325. So that'd be his best year. The year 2000, he hit 34 homers, 108 RBIs, but batted only 300. So he had a couple of 300 batting average seasons. Had a couple of good homer seasons. Ended up with 202 homers. 1,304 hits, Carl Everett, in 14 years. 271 career batting average. 2 seasons, 100 RBIs. Way to go, Carl. Who's next? Steve Finley. I've heard of him. Have you? Steve Finley. 1989, 2007, 19 years in the big leagues. Steve, 271 career batting average. Listen to this. I didn't know it. Steve Finley, 2,548 hits. He passed the 2,500 hit mark. I like it. Is that Hall of Fame? Well, 271 career batting average. Did you know that Steve Finley, I'm looking, just to be sure, never batted 300 in one season. His highest batting average, 292, 1992. But he was a solid player. 1996 had 195 hits, batted 298. He had 5 seasons where he scored 100 runs. That's good, with a high of 126. Had a season where he had 100 RBIs. 1999, 103 RBIs. He hit 34 homers that year. Listen to this. Steve Finley has 4 seasons, 30 or more homers. Ended up with 304. He had 36 homers in 2004. He hit 35 in 2000, hit 34 in 1999, and hit 30 in 1996. So he had some slug, 304 homers. He scored 1,443 runs. Like I said, 5 times 100 runs scored, 126 in 1996. 195 hits was his high. So 1,443 runs scored. That's a good number. It's 19 years. And then he had 1,167 career RBIs. Hall of Fame numbers? He fell short in the batting average. 271. What happened, Steve? Had a lot of bats. 9,397 at bats. And never batted 300 in one season. I think that hurt. But I really, really like 2,548 hits. Career. There are guys in the Baseball Hall of Fame with less hits than Steve Finley. But I think they had better numbers in the batting average. 4,157 total bases, Steve Finley. Come on, that's a lot. 4,000? You passed 4,000 total bases? He had 1 year, 1996, 348 total bases. The problem was batted 298. That could have been a 350. If he had had like 5 or 6 300 batting average seasons, his career batting average would be maybe 290, 300, right around there. If he had gotten a little bit more RBIs and maybe just a little bit more homers, Steve Finley, Hall of Fame. That 2,500 hit plus plateau, that is hard to do. And he did it in 19 years. Oh, man, Steve, I like your numbers, except for the batting average. He'd probably tell you himself he wish he'd done better. Who's next? Elbie, Fletcher. 12 years, 1934, 1949, 1,323 hits. That's about 100 hits a year. His high, 154. High in batting average. Had a 290. 1940, 104 RBIs. That's good. Other than that, not too much to look at. Elbie, Fletcher. 271 career batting average. All right, who's next? Merv Rettenmund. I've heard of him. Merv Rettenmund, 1968, 1980, 13 years in the big leagues, 693 hits. In 13 years. 1971, his high hit total was 156 in a year, batted 318. 1970, batted 322, 106 games. Ended up 271 career batting average. No other major accomplishments. Merv Rettenmund. Just 1,000 games. And the last guy I'm going to cover on the career batting average list, I can't believe I made it. I made it. And it's about 1,000 guys I've covered. Because not only are the guys on this list I covered, but there are other guys that I picked from the Hall of Fame who are in the 260s, 250s, 240s batting average career. So the last guy, oh man, his name's kind of hard to pronounce, but I'll give it a try. Ossee. How do you say it? Ossie. Ossie. I see. Ossie. Ossie. But the last name, oh man. Schrecongost. Schrecongost. The last guy I cover in the career batting average list. He's at 271. He had an 11-year career. 1897 through 1908. 829 career hits, not that many. High hit total 124. Had a batting average 1902, 97 games, 327 average. But he ends up 271 career. All right, I did it. 1,000 guys, roughly, I have covered on the career batting average list. Ty Cobb was number one, 366. You may ask the question, of all the guys that I covered, who impresses you the most? I recommend, if you can, go to Baseball Reference, type in the career batting average leaders, and just look at this list. Now, I didn't cover any of the Negro leagues because a lot of their stats are incomplete. And we don't know exactly what they did in their career to the T. Whereas in the National and American leagues, even from the 1870s up to the present, we have a pretty good idea of what they did. Who impresses me the most? Well, start off with Ty Cobb, 366 career. Now, they say that Josh Gibson had a higher batting average career in the Negro Leagues, but we don't have all the stats. And also, if you look at his profile, I'll bring it up right now. Look at Josh Gibson's profile. Josh, got it right here. He's on Baseball Reference. 602 games. That's not enough. He had 2,168 at-bats, and they say his lifetime batting average, 373. All right, well, in the Negro Leagues, pretty good. But we don't have the complete history of Josh Gibson. It says he played from 1930 to 1946, but a lot of those years, are those stats complete? We don't know. So you got to go with Ty Cobb in baseball history, the number one batting average of all time. And listen to this, 13,103 at-bats, over 3,000 games, and he maintained 366. I mean, to me, that is one of the most impressive stats in baseball history. In fact, I think batting average is the most important stat in baseball history. Not homers, RBIs, on base, slugging, total bases. What can you do with a batting average in your career? That's why I went over the career batting average list for the last year. I've been doing it. So that impresses me. Oscar Charlton was at 365, but it's only 3,885 at-bats. Ty Cobb, 13,000. See the difference? Cobb to maintain 366 for 13,000 at-bats? Come on. There's no comparison. Who else impressed you? I'm going to have to go with Tris Speaker. Why? Listen to this. 345 career, and he had 12,000 at-bats. Now, Hornsby had 9,400, but Speaker, 3,000 more at-bats and still maintained 345. Hornsby's at 358. Hornsby impresses me too because 9,400 at-bats, that's a lot, almost 10,000. But Speaker had more at-bats, 345. So he impresses me. You know who else impresses me? Babe Ruth. 10,628 at-bats. And he is at 342. He's a slugger. He struck out a lot too. But he maintained 342 with 10,000 at-bats. You know, to me, the most impressive guys are those who go over 10,000 at-bats and maintain 300 or plus batting average. So you got Cobb, Speaker, and Ruth all with 10,000 or more at bats. And their batting averages are way up there. Who else impresses you? Tony Gwynn, 10,232. And he had a 338 career batting average. Now, some of these other guys are in the 9,000s, like Ted Williams, 9,700. Didn't quite get to 10,000 at bats, but he's at 344. That's really good, Teddy ball game. So Hornsby and Williams are in the 9,000 at bats, and their averages are in the top 10. But to me, you go 10,000 or more and you maintain a high average. That impresses me. So Cobb, Speaker, and Ruth, and Gwynn, all over 10,000. Another guy, well, Lou Gehrig had 9,600, so he didn't get to the 10,000, but he was at 340. That's pretty good, Lou. Willie Keeler, 9,600, 341. George Sisler had 9,000. He's at 340. Jesse Burkett, 9,600, 338. How about Nat Lajoie? He's in the 10,000 range, 338. Camp Hansen, 334, 11,000 at bats. Eddie Collins, I didn't know this, 12,000 at bats, 333. Paul Wainer, 10,000 at bats, 333. Stan Musial, 331, 12,000 at bats. Wade Boggs had 10,000 at bats. He's at 328. Rod Carew, 10,000 at bats, 328. Hannes Wagner, 11,000 at bats, 328. How about the guys? 10,000 at bats, and you maintain 300 or better. Roberto Clemente, 317, 10,000 at bats. Yeah, so to me, those are the guys that really impress me. Not just a little over 300, but way over 300 career batting average with 10,000 at bats. All right, it was a labor of love. It was fun looking at career batting average leaders. My next video, I'm starting a new series. I got to give some love to pitchers. So where do you start in pitching stats? You got to go with wins. You win the game. So career pitching wins, a new series. I'm going to start it next video. Talk to you later. I'm out.